Lovely viewers, you are welcome once again to the National Journal. I miss you guys. It's been a while since we met. I have not been well, but by the grace of God, I am okay now. So let me use this platform first of all to apologize to all the people who have subscribed and are following this channel for leaving you, not serving you videos like I used to do. I believe you've forgiven me and you bear with me. That aside, I want us today to talk about Stonebwoy's graduation and its impact. Stonebwoy, who is a dancehall and reggae artist in Ghana, recently graduated with a first degree in public administration from GIMPA. And I think this is a very big deal, and because of that, we need to take some time to think about it and also talk about its relevance in the Ghana music industry and also the Africa or the West African music industry. So if you're ready, let's go. So I believe you all know Stonebwoy. He has won several awards. He has done several collaborations in Ghana, outside Ghana, in Africa, and beyond Africa. But recently, I think just a few days ago, he has successfully graduated with a first degree in public administration from GIMPA, one of the renowned tertiary institutions in Ghana. But on social media, a lot of people are talking about it, and what makes me angry, or what I'm worried about is that most of the news agencies or most of the social media platforms or bloggers are not even talking about the impact of this first degree. Rather, what they are doing is mentioning the sort of the degree he had and then the classification. You will see news headlines as Stonebwoy graduated with second class upper from in his first degree. But Charlie, it does not matter. Even if he had third class or pass, it does not matter. What matters is that he has been able to continue his education and now has a first degree. And I would now want to take some time to break the relevance of that first degree so that we all come to appreciate the importance of the first degree. You see, the first importance of this first degree to Stonebwoy is that he has expanded his knowledge base. University first degree is no joke, especially if you bagged it from GIMPA. See, even if it was from a quack university, the fact that you spend 1 year or 4 years, it's a first degree, so it's 4 years. Okay? The fact that you spend 4 years or 2 years or 3 years or even 1 year to get a degree from a higher institution of learning simply means that you have expanded your knowledge base. Because you see, if we will be truthful to ourselves, many of us, when we graduate from senior high school and stay home for a year or two, you and I will realize that we get a little bit rusty. So the moment you take it upon yourself, even gathering that mental courage to say, it's been a while since I studied something academic. Okay, I want to go back to school to expand and broaden my knowledge base. It's a plus. And you'd realize that the moment you step into the classroom, that change of environment, that change of atmosphere, a lecturer being on you, giving you assignment, reading books to, answer all those assignments will help revive the dead cells in your brains so that you can be alive again. Because it is said that you read to keep our brains alive. We eat to keep our bodies or our stomach active. So food for the brain is books. So if someone has fed his brain for 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, even 1 year, even 6 months, continuously, that person has expanded his knowledge base, and it has given him a different dimension about life. You see, public administration gives you a bigger scope and worldview about what you are supposed to do, especially in his situation as an artist who is managing himself, who is working with managers. This degree is going to help him a long way. So for me, it doesn't matter whether he got a second class upper or third class or pass. The fact that he has taken it upon himself to sit his butt down, read books, go online, research, collaborate with his, course mates, group mates to solve assignments and then do presentations for this number of years is a plus. And it is something that we must all be happy about and congratulate our brother. You see, what people don't realize is that it is not only about the knowledge that you gain when you go to the university. University will humble you. Oh yes. Because no matter who you are, once you step into the classroom, the atmosphere is owned by the lecturer. Once you step into a university, you have no choice than to collaborate, partner, and work in groups with people who on a normal day, they will pay to come and see you. But this time around, because you are classmates, you will sometimes even pay, photocopies, buy books. You sometimes even have to beg to even join learning groups, because there are some groups, some shacks have formed that they only accept people they know can help them. And when you go to university, no matter who you are, whether you are Stonebwoy, Samini, or Kokovelu, or whoever, you would have to humble yourself. So it sort of teaches you a different aspect of life. And that is what university first degree does. Now, the second thing that it is of grave importance that I would want to also talk about is the fact that this is a big motivation for his fan base and for the youth in Ashaiman. You see, Stonebwoy hails from Ashaiman. That is where he has his brand identity as someone who is coming from the ghettos in Ashaiman. And you and I know that demographically, it is assumed or it is perceived that most of the young people, most of the youth in Ashaiman are people coming from poor homes, are people coming from broken homes, are people living in the ghettos in Ashaiman. In Ghana, when you come and you mention Ashaiman, it is what comes to mind is drugs, is crime, is prostitution. Even though there are so many good and wonderful things going on there, but there is this stigma attached with Ashaiman. And all these years, Stonebwoy has been trying his best to change the narrative about Ashaiman. Hence, he has been organizing the Ashaiman to the World yearly concert. This first degree is a big win for Ashaiman, and it's a big win for every youth in Ashaiman. Why? You see, he has proven and he has set a pace for the poor young persons in Ashaiman to know that it doesn't matter if it has taken them 4, 5, 6, 7, or even 10 years after senior high school. They can still gather resources, put resources together. They can still motivate themselves and go back to school and pursue a degree. This degree is a win again for the youth and for the ghetto youth in Ashaiman, and even beyond Ashaiman, that it doesn't even matter how you scored in your first degree. It doesn't even matter the kind of senior high school you went and how it even ended. You have to motivate yourself and set a higher standard for yourself and achieve something bigger. And so it is a big motivation and an inspiration for all the ghetto youth there that they shouldn't just end their life and their career with senior high school. And you see, I am stressing on this because there are some musicians, there are some people who will think that once you are a ghetto youth or you are a street boy, after junior high school, after senior high school, that is it. That is the standard, or that is the signature. That is what makes you a ghetto youth. But trust you me, Stonebwoy's first degree as a musician, hailing and always talking about his emergence from the ghetto, gives a clear indication and act as a motivation factor that if you are a ghetto youth, if you are coming from the slums, senior high school should not be the limit. Senior high school should not be the end. No matter how long you stay in the house after senior high school, you must still go further and pursue. And for those who don't even reside in Ashaman, but in other part of the world and in other part of Africa, Stonebwoy's first degree is again a motivation that, look, after senior high school, you can still push your career, get married, have kids, and still go back to school. Marriage as an artist, having kids as an artist, coming from the ghetto as an artist should not be the end of your educational career, because life in itself is like a classroom. We learn every day. So if you are opportune to step into a real classroom and an education institution, it is a plus for you. So for me, this is another big win for Stonebwoy. This is another big win for the ghetto youth. This is another big win for people, young people in Ashaman, that they can do it and it is possible. Now, the third thing that I see as a big news and a big win, and something that we need to talk about and discuss, is that this is also a big advancement in his brand. Yes, as a dance hall reggae artist coming from the slums, coming from Ghana, coming from West Africa, coming from Ashaman, and he being able to collaborate with a lot of international renowned world icons like the remarkable, gorgeous Angelique Kidjo. He even has a collaboration with Alpha Blondie and all these international personalities. This is a brand advancement, because now when he goes out again to seek collaboration, to do any partnership or collaboration with any music artist in Ghana, in Africa, outside Africa, in the world, they will now see that this is not someone who is just a school dropout using music as an end to a means. Oh yes, they will now treat him as an intellectual who is doing music. For now, he's married, he has kids, so as part of his brand, he is seen as a family man, matured family man, responsible father, responsible husband. But then, in the heart and in the minds of all these people who work around him and with him in collaborations and brandies and stuff, they still sort of see him in their heart and in their mind somewhere that, oh, this is a school dropout trying to use music to push his identity. But this first degree is a big brand advancement, because now his brand is not only going to be a dancehall artist coming from the slums, a dancehall artist pushing and changing the narrative of the slums and the ghetto. A dancehall artist who is a father, a husband, and a responsible parent. He is also a dancehall artist who is an intellectual. And guess what? He is not just any intellectual. He's an intellectual with a first degree in public administration. So for me, it is a big win. It is like how his senior mentor, Samini, also graduated from Gimpa, the same school. And then I think on that same day, Kokoveli also graduated from Gimpa with Sasamini. And you see, if Samini, who is the godfather, who actually announced, Stonebwoy and sort of paved the way for Stonebwoy, all these years, even went back to the university, I know it was a big motivation factor for Stonebwoy to also go to the university, and it has now advanced and enhanced his brand. So this is another big win for the Beam natives, the Beam farms, the Beam family, and Stonebwoy as a whole. Now, there is another thing that I also want to talk about. You see, apart from the three things I've talked about, a motivation to the ghetto, knowledge-based increment, brand advancement or enhancement, this is also a big win for his family, his wife and children. This is a big family growth. Now, one might be wondering, why am I saying just this first degree is a growth or a win for the family? Now, I am a married man myself. I have 3 kids. You see, when you are married, communication in marriage is one of the tools that sustains and survives a marriage. But you see, people communicate on the same wavelength. And you and I know that Stonebwoy's wife is a doctor, a medical doctor. A medical doctor is someone who has at least a first degree. And this woman is married to Stonebwoy, who just ended with senior high school. So you would realize that even though all these years we've not heard of any family issues, quarrels between Stonebwoy and his wife, using personal experience and listening to a lot of marriage couples and stuff, when you are on the same wavelength with your spouse, it enhances the family communication. Because now, if Stonebwoy's wife brings up a conversation about university days, trust you me, Stonebwoy can also contribute meaningfully and practically to this discussion. Both Stonebwoy and wife can now, reason on the same wavelength. Why? Because in doing your first degree, you will do your project work. Your project work involves research. You do methodology. You in writing your final thesis or dissertation or whatever. A lot of thinking goes through. So the first degree is not just helping Stonebwoy, it is going to make his marriage richer, because now both husband and wife can now reason at the same wavelength. They can have a meaningful discussion at home and talk about senior high school. And after talking about senior high school, the conversation will not end there. They can move a step further and talk about university, their uni days. And this will bring joy and meaning to the family. Before the degree, the discussion about schooling will only end at senior high school, because Madam Stonebwoy or Mrs. Stonebwoy might know that if it goes beyond senior high school, it will be like it is a tease, or it is like you are looking down on me or something. And I must congratulate the wife of Stonebwoy. All these years, keeping him there, motivating him, because there are some women who come into your life, they do not help you to go any further than you have become. Stonebwoy was well established doing music before meeting the wife. But for the wife to come into his life and knowing the caliber she is and the educational background, she has, and acting as a motivation to the husband, and Stonebwoy also accepting this motivation, also drawing inspiration from his godfather like Samini and the Vevelis and other people who have also had first degree as musicians. This is a big plus. Now, once again about the family growth. Now, it will be a good motivation for Stonebwoy's son. Stonebwoy has a son and a daughter. I am saying a big motivation for the son and not the daughter, because the daughter can see the mom and say, I want to be like my mom, i.e., I want to go to school, I want to go to university, and if not for anything, be like my mom and have a first degree. But the son, sons copy their fathers. The son will use the excuse that my dad is rich, he is a successful music artist, but did not even go to the university, did not expand his knowledge base. So even if I fail at school, nothing, what's the problem with it? So now the son now has a record, a stepping stone to now step on and say that, hey, my dad was from the slums, struggled with his career and his passion, completed senior high school, and also graduated with a first degree. It means that as a son of a medical doctor and a first degree holder, and I believe Stonebwoy will even go higher and even do masters in the future, because Stonebwoy has a very big dream of motivating the young people in Ashaman and motivating the ghetto youth. So I will not be surprised that Stonebwoy will even go beyond the first degree, do a master's, if not master's, write some certification courses, so that all this will add up as a motivation to the ghetto youth and also enhance his brand. But back to the house, his son will now know that my son at least completed with the first degree, so I have no other choice than to also have a minimum of a first degree. After all, my mom is having more than a first degree. So so this is the reason why I'm saying it is a big win for the family to expand the family growth. This will enhance the family growth. Now, if you are enjoying this discussion, please type in the comment section and also tell us what you also think. Let's add to the conversation and let's keep the conversation going. Now, in wrapping up, the last point that I would want to put out is that this is going to set a pace. His first degree is a pace setting record. Now, why am I saying it's a pace setting record, irrespective of whether he had first class, second class, third class, or even pass? You see, there is the perception out there that people who do reggae or dancehall music smoke marijuana. Apart from smoking marijuana, there is a perception out there that those same people are school dropouts and promote ghetto living and dropping out of school. There is a perception out there that people who do dancehall and reggae music are womanizers. They can't keep family, they don't even marry. They have kids here and there, leave the women, and there's this bad erroneous perception about people who do reggae and dancehall music. I don't subscribe to that, but that is the perception out there. So Stonebwoy's first degree is a pace setter record and is going to change the narrative. Even in Ghana, it is going to set him apart from other people in the same genre. First of all, his mentor and godfather set the pace, i.e. Samini. Big ups to Samini for, bringing us, introducing Stonebwoy to Ghana, pushing him, and not only Stonebwoy, Kofi Kenata. And also, after all these years, going back to the university as a legend in the dancehall and reggae genre of music in Ghana, going back to school to, complete his first degree. It was in that same spirit that his son, Stonebwoy, followed suit and is now part of the record or pace setters in the genre of dancehall and reggae. So now, any young person out there trying to do dancehall or reggae and knowing that the big dons of dancehall and reggae in Ghana, okay, I'm talking about contemporary dancehall and reggae in Ghana, are people who are well educated. In fact, let me even go a step further. Rocky Dawuni, who is an international Grammy artist, who is also in the genre of dancehall or reggae, is also someone who completed first degree Legon and, set the pace long time ago. So after Rocky Dawuni, Samini, and now Stonebwoy. And these are the people who are winning, who are, going international, doing bigger collaborations, and being a positive inspiration. Positive inspiration. You see, anybody who only motivates you with lyrics to suit your soul, for you to forget about your worries, to motivate you, but does not walk the talk, is just lying to you. So you realize that Rocky Dawuni will sing reggae, will sing dancehall, his genre of music, but is walking the talk. He is a university graduate. He is doing a lot of projects. Samini, dancehall, reggae, entrepreneur, businessman, completed first degree, walking the talk, letting the young people know that, look, some of the things I am saying in my music, I'm not just saying it. So Samini walking the talk, and now his son Stonebwoy has also followed suit. Music, quality entertainment, good tracks, good albums, many Beam Awards, and now walking the talk. Family man, responsible man, father, husband, and also, showcasing and promoting Ghana music, Ghana culture, Ghana language, and also championing and trying to change the narrative in Ashaman, and now walking the talk academically. Because a nation that does not educate its people is a dead nation. And what better education can one have than to sit in a classroom to be taught and mentored by teachers? And that is why I am so happy that our brother Stonebwoy has done this, and I know his mom will be proud wherever he is. And this is a big win for, Beam natives. It is a big win for Samini too, because at least this is a big advantage for Samini, because now we will say that Samini himself set the pace. All the people he mentored and brought into the music industry, or sort of introduced into the music industry, also followed his pace, and they are doing exploits. I am hoping and praying that Kofi Kenata, if he has not done his first degree, I have to do that research, but if he has not done that, he too, will take the bold step and together change the narrative of the Ghana music industry, of the West African music industry, of the African music industry, that it is not an occupation, it is not a field for people who are daft, people who are school dropouts. Because listen, if you do not go to school, there there are some contractual agreements that you will not even understand. And it will go against you. A lot of, talent have suffered all these things in the area of football, in the area of arts, in the area of music, in the area of, dance, all because of educational, all because of some knowledge they lacked because they just ended their education in senior high school. So this is all that I have for today. I believe you can agree with me or you can disagree with me. If you disagree with me, type in the comments section. If you agree, please click the like, share, and also type in the comment section so that the conversation can go on. This is a big win for the arts and crafts and tourism industry in Ghana because we are pushing the right mindset. We are pushing the right perception about what we need to do as artists. A lot of people out there have this idea that artists are people who are, who don't need so much education. That is not the case. That's what I have for you for today. My name is Gideon Highlander. This is National Journal. Like I always end my videos, don't do drugs. Stay away from narcotic drugs. Drugs that are banned and are harmful, illicit or illegal drugs. Don't do them because we need you alive to help your community. We need you alive to help your family, your friends, and your nation. Because if you abuse drugs, any form of drugs, prescription drugs, illicit drugs, the drugs will also abuse you. But until then, bye-bye, peace, and God be with you.